Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy HipHopGamer. Welcome to Shots Fired! You already know what time it is, kid. Check this out, man. This is what y'all been waiting for, man. All that Twitter conversation we was having, y'all wanted to know what I was talking about, right? In terms of shutting them down. Alright, here's the deal, alright? I want to give a big shout out to Jim Sterling, alright? Big shout out to you, dog. Because I know you, and you mad nice in person, you mad cool. Like, real talk, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Real cool, passionate about games and stuff. But you know me, dog. When the Shots Fired come out, I gotta challenge people's opinions. And PlayStation 4 just announced their system, and it's like people don't appreciate nothing no more. It's like everybody want to go on a rant and complain about all types of stuff. And to me, I'm like, already from the title, I'm like, yeah, this is Jim. You know what I'm saying? Same old Jim. Let's see what he's talking about. So let's break down what he's talking about, and I'm gonna show you why I had to make this video. Jim says that he didn't feel like he was witnessing a new generation at all. Like, at least not where it counts. These is his words. So anybody that watched this unveiling, and you gonna say that you don't think you was looking at the next generation or where it counts? So I'm gonna show you where it count at, alright? Social. The #1 website like in the world, I believe, is Google. Then Google owns YouTube, which is video form of social. Then you got Facebook, alright? And if you look at the way PlayStation 4 is designed, just the share button alone, that is the most social aspect I've ever seen in a system at all. And what you saw is early. And you being a journalist and you being in this industry, you already know how this plays out. They're going to show you what they need to show you, but they got to be a build-up. You see what I'm saying? It's like, come on, you already know what it is. And honestly, we saw a collage of things at this unveiling. Because you had real-time demos, you had tech demos, you had information on the system in terms of the power. You saw new games, you saw new IPs, you saw sequels, you saw like even The Witness that Jonathan Blow had. There was a lot of content that they showed. And Diablo 3, I know you felt like that was whatever, but it's the first time for console users, so that is a big deal. I'm gonna break it down to you like this so everybody that's watching this video can get it. When you can push a share feature, when you can push a button, and that button allows for somebody like to, I guess, conversate with you, or you got spectator mode where you can see what's going on, or when you got your interface now, they actually got the real name there so it can feel more like a social network within the system and all these things. That is cool. You want to know why? Because people do it already, and this is some of the things that all the fans, not just PlayStation fans, but Xbox fans, has been waiting for Sony to have. A streamlined social system built in their game. Now, the second thing is graphics. Oh my God. So many years people was talking about, you know, console will never be where PC is at and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. What you saw in Killzone was based off a 2 gig kit. And that already right there is just on a whole new level. Deep down, yeah, that was a working title. You know what I'm saying? You could say it's not gameplay or not, whatever, that's cool. But look at it. You know what I'm saying? That looks crazy. If all this stuff was done on a 2 gig kit, like, or a 4 gig kit, whatever, because everybody was surprised to see that it's actually 8 gigs. You know what I'm saying? And then you had a complaint about David Cage when he was showing off the tech demo in the face, talking about it's the same thing that they showed with Doc Ock on Spider-Man. But here's the problem. Did you see Heavy Rain? They achieved that. So yeah, it's a tech demo, but there's proof that that can be achieved because it was done before. The next thing is touch. I'm gonna just say this one thing, and hopefully everybody will understand it. But when you playing Watch Dogs, right? Because they got the phone and stuff, the trackpad that's on the back of the Vita, the trackpad that's on the front of the PS4 controller now, you can swipe, and that could be the way you access your iPhone or whatever in the game. That's crazy. Name one game that has ever done that. None. So since no game has ever done that, that's a what? A new experience for what? Next generation. And Watch Dogs, that game alone, the way it's designed, there's no game that's ever been like that before. That's creativity. And you're able to show it in a way that you couldn't show before previously. So the next thing I want to move on to is the cloud. Right? Now the cloud eventually is going to be PS1, PS2, and PS3 games all being able to be streamed on your PS4 system. And we already saw streaming. We seen PlayStation 4 playing on PS Vita. That's nothing to get excited about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You understand, like, what Sony did with their conference is basically said, look, we made errors on PS3, listen to this, and then once you heard what they had to say, obviously they fixed a lot of those problems. But not only did they fix those problems, they made those problems into advantages going into the next generation. You see what I'm saying? That's progress. And nobody wants to talk about that though. Now, back to the cloud, just to finish it up, I got a chance to play Darkness 2. I got a chance to play, I think, Call of Duty, the first Black Ops. I played Super Street Fighter 4. All on the cloud, and it all ran good. Now, don't get me wrong, there's areas that could have been polished, but this was a while ago, I think PAX East of last year, where I got a chance to get a whole full demo on how it is, how it's going to work, all that stuff. So to me, I'm like, if it worked back then, and it worked that good, Sony is not spending $380 million on something that ain't going to work. So that was me breaking down your statement of saying that you feel like you witnessed the new generation, or at least not where it counts. Well, I do believe social counts. I believe graphics count, and the fact that the controller is going to give you new ways to play, that counts, because that's what you control your system with. And the cloud definitely counts, because this is the first time ever where we're going to see a true cloud system on a console and not standalone. And I'm going to go back to the share button real quick. The share button is the feature of the future. Alright, that's exactly what I'm saying. The feature of the future. I'm coin-opping that. Alright, now check this out, and this is something that you really got to understand. You have HD, PVRs from HipHopG and Elgato, all these other places. When now within the whole system, you don't even need those products. To me, that's a fresh new idea that's built in the system, and obviously so many people want it. You want to know why? Because why else do you see a million Black Ops videos online, or you see all these game reviews online? Why? Because people love filming and putting their stuff online. And instead of going through all this stuff, setting everything up, making sure all of this is right, getting your camera set up, all you gotta do is what? Push one button. Simplifies everything. That is crazy right there. That's a fresh damn new idea. Shots fired! You already know what I'm talking about, man. So check this out, right? Another thing, The Witness, right? The Witness is a brand new idea itself. Like, show me a game you saw where you gotta, like, put all this made stuff together to open this up that leads to this. You already know what Jonathan Blow is about. You saw a break. You know what he's about. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this major powerful technology, and you still find ways to be creative thinkers as a game developer, just like how Journey was on PS3. You see what I'm saying? I never saw that game before, and that's a fresh new idea. Okay, next thing I want to say is this. Deep down, I don't give two pieces of rat booty or damn combined with a bologna sandwich. Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, deep down, that joint, you had a conference where Capcom announced a brand new IP. That alone right there was shocking. Capcom with a new IP at this particular conference and not E3? That's crazy. And regardless if it's a tech demo or not, that joint looked great. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Killzone was played real live. Jimmy Fallon, all of that. Looking at Killzone alone, anybody that think deep down ain't real or can't happen, go in the mirror, look at yourself, right? Get like a scissor and stuff like that. Cut all your nose hairs out and eat them, or something like that. Digest them so you could get a clue, alright? Really, because this is stupid. How you can't see what's going on in this industry? And how can you not appreciate the hard work that's going on for these developers and publishers giving us something? And you mean tell me ain't nothing to be excited about? You crazy. So deep down look great. Straight out of, the dragon looked like something out of Lord of the Rings. Like, straight up. And the game ain't done yet, and this is just early stuff based off kits that wasn't finalized, because now you got the 8 gigs? Oh my god. Like, yo, I'm so excited. Y'all know I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what Xbox do. I'm hyped. Now, you said that you had a problem with the showing of tech demos. What is wrong with showing off a tech demo? That's basically showing other developers that, hey, dang, it could do that. You wanna know why? Because one developer may be working on something that another developer is not working on or didn't know. You wanna know why? Because a lot of developers share ideas. They help each other. They get tools. They work together even though they're their own company. You know I got love for you, but I gotta get at you, son. Yo, you talk, got your opinion out. I'm challenging it. Shots fired. You already know. So now let me go to the next thing. Destiny pre-order. Now you said that had you upset because they announced Destiny on PS4 and the pre-orders and all this other stuff, but they ain't really show a lot of gameplay and everything. As a gamer, even though I'll be like, dang, I wanted to see this, I wanted to see that. They showed a few little clips here and there. Don't that mean you're gonna get that much more excited because you know it's coming to PS4 when you thought it was only on PS3? Now that means as a hardcore gamer, you can get a better experience than you thought you would have had, because now you don't have to experience on PS3, you can experience on PS4 and get a better one. You see what I'm saying? Now think about it like this. This is the company that made Halo. So I'm imagining that Destiny is gonna be on par with Halo or even bigger and better. And if we can see that on PS4 out the gate, look at the launch window. Infamous, Destiny, Watch Dogs, Drive Club, Killzone. That's 5 titles right there. And you still got Ubisoft, EA, and all these other companies that's gonna be porting these games to PS4 to give it a lot of content when it launches. And then the next year you're gonna see a lot more stuff built from the ground up. You know the scenario. You know what's going on. And that's why it's sad to see you say the things you say, because you give PS4 a bad name for what? When they did a lot of stuff right to make their system better this time around than the PS3. And the first main thing is that it's easy for developers to work on. So that means we'll probably get more games at a higher quality at a faster rate. The next thing I want to say is this. Oh my God. Now you mad about the backwards incompatibility. When in the actual conference, they said that this is what they aim to do with Gaikai, with PS1, PS2, and PS3. You have everything ready, and I already demoed it. And if I tested it out, I'm for damn sure I know you tested it out. Now, here's the part where I slightly agree with you. Now, PSN downloads, that's downloads. That should be able to be transferred over to your PS4. Still the same network, you know what I'm saying? That should be able to, or you should be able to at least re-download them if you can't just easily transfer them. But the thing is, we still don't know yet because E3 ain't happened yet. So don't jump the gun so soon. You know what I'm saying? Sony did this event to see what y'all was gonna say and how y'all was gonna respond, so they can have a better event at E3 and then bring it on home this year. It's a process of progress. Just to end it off, nobody's buying PlayStation 4 to play PlayStation 3 games. You're not. The only thing you're gonna do is get a PS4, and with a PS3 game, you're gonna put it in your you're gonna stream it on your PS4 to see if it looks better or whatever. You know, but you're not buying a PS4 to play PS3 games. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel you. Nobody likes to have a PS4 console and a PS3 console. You like to have everything in one. We spoil you. Ever since PS2 gave us backwards compatibility, we're spoiled as gamers. So I agree with you on that, Jay. I agree with you on that. But even at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Like, it's not as serious to be focusing on that and not everything else I just said that counts. Like I said in the beginning. Now we about to end it. You said that David Cage is full of shit. Jim, name one game that you've ever released. Name one game I could go to the store and buy that you made. Until you can show me that game, you're in no position to tell a game developer as legendary as David Cage that he's full of shit. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, Jim, I got mad respect for you, and that's the reason why I'm making this video, is because I got respect for you. I follow you, dog. I watch your stuff. You know what it is, man. I wasn't too surprised that you was like, you know, kind of hard on the PS4, but to the extent, I'm like, dude, come on, let's be serious now. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I love the conference. PS4 did a great job, and I can't wait to see what else they got. And on that note, we about to break out. But Jim, if you're gonna respond, but make sure you come hard. Cause if you don't go hard, go home, alright? Shots fired! HipHopGamer Inc. We here, we out.